Hi there, and welcome to a new video. My name is Irene and you are watching the Sugaridoo channel, a channel filled with all kind of happy crafty projects for quilting and crochet. And today I'm making pot holders. From these cute blocks. So a while ago I made these two musical note blocks from the Sugaridoo Sampler, and today I'm going to turn them into pot holders. What I'm going to do is put a border around these blocks. I've cut some strips for that. These are 15 centimeter blocks. And I'm going to put a strip around it to make them into 20 centimeter blocks. So that's what I'm going to do first. And then I have some backing fabric and some batting. I have Insulbrite, that's isolating kind of batting. I've never used it before, so I'm going to try it out. And I'm going to add 2 layers of thin cotton batting to just make it feel nice and thick as pot holders. And then I have here 2 pieces of fabric, which is the same as the background fabric that I used in the blocks. And this piece of fabric is going to be attached to the back of the pot holder. So there we have all the elements we need for these pot holders, and I'm going to show you exactly how I'm going to make it. So first I'm going to attach these strips to the blocks. So here we have all our materials, the 2 blocks that I just made a little bit bigger. These folded pieces we're going to lay aside for a bit, and I'm going to make a mini quilt sandwich. And there we have our sandwich. Of course you can baste this mini sandwich any way you want to. I just put a tiny spray of basting spray to keep everything together, but maybe because it's such a small project it's not really necessary to baste it at all. As for the quilting, I'm going to use design 29 from my free ebook with 101 quilting ideas. So I'm going to start off with some straight lines from side to side. I've put my first line here in the ditch, and then I'm going to sew here after 5 centimeters and after 5 centimeters, and I've already sewn this one in the ditch as well. I'm just using some washi tape to point out where I need to sew. I've quilted now the horizontal lines, and now I'm going to cross them with lines that are on a 60-degree angle. So first let me place my little tapey. There we go. So I made sure that my ruler made a 60-degree angle with those straight lines. And then the idea is, so I'm going to sew on this side of the line. And then the idea is that the lines are going to cross halfway between the horizontal lines. So first I'm going to mark that one. So I'm placing my ruler with a 60-degree angle on this line, and I'm just going to use the blunt end of a butter knife to mark. I know you have special tools for this, but this is what I have at hand. So this is just a temporary mark because I need to know this point. I first want to make all the parallel tapes to sew in this direction. So I need now that I need to cross this line again midway the horizontal lines. Let's find the 60-degree angle again. We have it over here. Then we cross this halfway, and there we can place another tape. So now we have 2 lines for the design. I can just measure it. And it turns out that from here to here, it's a little over 5 centimeters. So now I can just go ahead and measure this. A little over 5 centimeters. And then I can place my little tapey over here. Okay, first going to put these lines down. And then I'm going to continue taping the other side. All done. So now I can take this tapey off. And measure a little over 5 centimeters from this one and place it down again. So there we have all the lines sewn. Let me show you the back. All nice and sewn. So now we're going to make diagonal lines in the other direction. And as I said, we want to cross the diagonal lines between the horizontal lines. So maybe it's clearer if I show it here. When we would sew lines from here to here, so crossing the diagonal lines on the horizontal lines, we would get design number 28. But now we're going to cross those diagonal lines halfway between the horizontal lines, and that will give us design number 29. And there we have the pot holder all quilted. Let me show the back. So here you see all those nice star patterns emerging. And that's just by shifting those diagonal lines a little bit. I really like it, and it feels very sturdy. So it feels, I guess, very safe to use as a pot holder. So now I'm going to square this up. There we are, all squared up. And now I'm going to finish it by making a kind of pocket on the back, so you can put your hand in easily, and then finish it off with a little binding. So these pieces of fabric are going to be used for the pocket on the back. I'm going to place it to the top and then sew around the edge to secure it before I'm going to finish it off with a binding. As a binding, I want to use this pre-made bias tape. Don't take any notice on how I'm using this because it's the first time. I'm just going to try it out. So I guess I'll attach it to the back first and then stitching over this fold line. And then this will be folded and folded and folded. And then I'm going to stitch it with a top stitch on the front. Okay, so I'm pretty curious how this loop is going to turn out. I am not completely happy with the way the loop turned out. I'm just going to stitch this closed so at least there's no batting peeking through. Yeah, but for the next time I really need to think of a better way to make a little loop over here. And here we have our oven mitt, no pot holder, but since there is a pocket on the back side, it's kind of an oven mitt. I really like how the quilting turned out. It's just a little bit different than standard quilting. So this is one of the 101 ideas from my free ebook. Of course you can get your own copy. There will be a link in the description below and also a link popping up somewhere on the screen. So you can get your own version of the 101 ideas for straight line quilting. This is idea 29. Let me know in the comments below which design you would like to see explained in a next video. This is a very nice and handy little project to try out those quilt designs. I would love to see what you're making. You can follow me on Instagram And you can tag me with Sugaridoo or Sugaridoo Quilting so I can go check out what you are making. That's it for this video. Thank you so very much for watching. I would love to see you again in the next video next week. Bye bye!